Well, hello and welcome back. This is Sebastian. In this video, we will go over a case study, which is nothing more than a fancy word for showing you step by step how I did something. In this case, how I helped a struggling coach transform her coaching business into a profit center. And I know that many of you know what a case study is, but for many years I didn't know. So for those who are not sure what it is, I just thought I would make that little parenthesis there. Alright, so you will have a chance to look over my shoulder as I show you step by step how I helped this particular client rebuild her business and how she started attracting coaching clients almost on autopilot. And we will call her Lisa for simplicity's sake. And while the whole story, the whole process is based on one particular client's story or success story, here and there I tweaked it a little bit to make it more applicable to everyone, because she already had in place certain elements, but I did not want to leave those steps out, so I went through every step as if she didn't have those parts in place, and other clients didn't have those parts in place. So this Lisa's story is actually a combination of a couple of clients, but it's based primarily on one client. So alright, so we will take a look at her initial approach to attracting coaching clients, her challenges, our work together that you will be able to watch step by step, and then the turning point that allowed her to attract clients easily. Now a quick note, so this is not a case study that focuses only on dry facts. Those of you who are familiar with case studies, you know that they are very factual and dry. So this is not one of those. My focus is not only to share her story, but also learn from what she did and what we did together, and be able to apply most of these steps to help you grow your coaching business. Here and there I'll throw in a little learning nuggets based on Lisa's business strength or the area of growth I'll be talking about. And occasionally I'll share with you some more in-depth concepts to help you consider certain things that might be holding you back currently from growing your business. What many don't realize is that it's not so much your business and coaching skills that determine your success. Often what separates a successful coach from a not so successful one is the mindset and how you see your role as a coach. How do you see yourself fitting into this amazingly wonderful profession? So here and there, we'll take a few detours to stretch your mind and help you look beyond what might seem like your boundaries currently. So alright, let's meet Lisa. Lisa is really the typical client with her primary goal to, ding ding ding, you guessed it, to attract coaching clients. So these days, yes, most people who come to me for help, they come because they want to attract coaching clients. Of course, oftentimes after we do their assessment and all that, we find out that first of all they need to work on something else. But I know most of you think that you need clients, so that's how Lisa got to me too. But you'll see that before we could go to that, we had to cover some other areas. Now Lisa, by the time she got to me, she was attending all the networking events she could go to in her area. She joined the Chamber of Commerce and religiously attended the monthly networking events. She even volunteered on some of their committees, which is highly recommended, by the way. Created a list of 100 of her closest friends and family members and sent out introductory letters. That's something that you should do too, because you never know who can refer some business to you. So that's really great. She also spent hours and hours on social media daily. And due to all these activities and marketing efforts, she ended up giving away 2 to 3, sometimes even more free sessions every day. Often coaching for free, of course, even in the weekends. Yet in her first 18 months of coaching, she only had 4 paying clients. Now 3 of these clients stayed with her less than 6 months. One, though, stuck with her for almost a year, and the client was satisfied and enjoying her weekly sessions even when we met. Now, Lisa knew she had a great service. She also knew that she could make a real difference in people's lives. The clients who stopped working with her after a few months stopped because through Lisa's coaching they achieved their objectives. So yay, good for Lisa. And for the clients, right? And at the end, Lisa didn't want to seem pushy, so she didn't offer the client a chance to stick with her to work on another goal. And I can relate to that. I had the same problem in the beginning. I didn't want to seem pushy, and I did not offer the clients to stay with me for longer. It takes time sometimes selling. And here's one detour. Don't think of it as selling. Think of it as having a solution to your client's problems. So instead of thinking that, oh my gosh, I'm trying to sell this client 3 more months or 1 more year or whatever you want to offer, think of it as, I want to help this client. And if I don't help this client, I'm ripping off this client of the chance to grow. So make sure that you do offer them. You just ask. I always say, take emotion out of sales. When a client says, thank you so much for helping me, I guess our 90 days are up, or maybe you didn't set a time limit so the client achieved their goal in 2 months or in 6 months, and they say, thank you so much for helping me. I decided that we can stop now our coaching sessions since I achieved my goal, right? And then just take emotion out of it. And you tell them that in your coaching sessions, or when they completed the Wheel of Life, they mentioned that this particular area, another area, was also extremely important for them. And ask them if they would like to explore the possibility to working on that together. Or ask them also, how important is that area for them? On a scale from 1 to 10, if they say a 9 or a 10, then offer them to help them. And just take emotion out of it. Just prepare what you will say, or be prepared at all times, because you don't know on what session the client might say that, okay, that's it, we're done. I would like to cancel my coaching with you, right? So be prepared and just say it. Just say it. Leave emotion out of it, because you are offering value. You are offering value. You are providing a very valuable service. So don't let your client down. Maybe they will hire another coach, and then you will wonder why. Well, you didn't offer. So they had a need and you didn't fill it. So make sure that you fill that need. All right. So what I found interesting in Lisa's case was that 2 of those clients that canceled in less than 6 months, they signed up for her 90 days coaching packages, and she got paid for 3 months up front for those packages. So I thought that was really smart. Coaching packages sell way easier than coaching with no end in sight. When you invite somebody to hire you as a coach, and they think, oh my god, $550 a month, how long will this take, right? In their mind, maybe it's even not clear in their mind, but they're thinking that, oh my gosh, that's like $6,000 a year or more, and how long will this take, right? But if you give them a package like a 3-month package or 6-month package, people will hire you with much more confidence and much easier. And yeah, if you charge upfront for those packages, then of course that's also great for you, right? Now, what helps sell this package easier also, if you give a 30-day or even a 90 days money back guarantee. Let's say 2 or 3 people ask for a refund, then you ask why and you learn from it, and then you will not get requests for refund in the future. Now, most of us, we do an excellent job. We learn the process, we implement the process, and it works like magic. So in my case, nobody ever asked for a refund. Nobody. Yes, I sold products that people got asked for a refund once in a while, but for coaching, not 0% request for refund. So I wouldn't worry that, oh my gosh, what if somebody asks for a refund? Well, if they ask for a refund, you practiced your skill and you learn from that. Why did they ask for a refund? But out of 100 people, maybe 10 or 15 will hire you if you offer a refund, if you offer a money-back guarantee. Out of 100 people, maybe only one will hire you or less. Yes, that's possible if you don't offer a refund, because then they have a risk, right? I'm losing $550 or whatever you're charging, $1,500 for a month or for the 3-month package, and you know that money is down the drain. But if you offer a money back guarantee, then they will invest with you confidently, and this is a very powerful strategy. So please jot it down, tattoo it on your forearm or forehead, whichever is more convenient for you, and yeah, don't forget it, implement it. All right, back to Lisa. So yeah, so her dedication was obvious. She was an avid learner and was spending way too much time and too much money, right, on boot camps, home study courses. Definitely reminding me of someone I knew, me, right? Because I used to be just like her. And she still did not see the results that she expected. She finally invested in a business coach, which I thought was really smart. Unfortunately, however, later turned out that this business coach was a life coach with a 2-week online certification training who never coached anyone except coaches who wanted clients. Ouch. Yeah, be careful with that. And after 6 months of getting coached by this super coach, she was still struggling. And this is the time we met at the boot camp of all places. So yeah, beware of coaches coaching coaches, right? That's an easy niche. And many people prey on coaches trying to sell you, you know, to coach you, to help you get clients. But yeah, unless a life coach coaches you on stress management, life balance, purpose, or accountability coach, that's great. Those are great reasons to hire a life coach. But do not hire a life coach for marketing or business growth purposes. You have to make sure that you're hiring a business or marketing coach with a proven track record. All right. So as I talked to Lisa, I instantly knew that I wanted to help her, and that night I did a search for her name to get a better idea of her online presence. And I always like to do that before I work with anyone, a potential client, potential JV partner, and anyone. So yeah, why not check out the person who you're about to either do business with or interact in any way. And yeah, I mean, it gives you a good idea on that person's interest, strength, wow factors, and sometimes you find some, yeah, really interesting things, wow factors, right? So yeah, as I did a Google search on Lisa's name, I didn't find much beyond the usual. There was her Facebook page on the first page of the searches, of course, her LinkedIn profile, her website, which I thought that was great, because sometimes I don't find the website of my prospect or anyone inquiring, and then I do a search on them and I don't see their websites on the first page. So that was good. And she even had a PowerPoint uploaded to SlideShare. To slideshare.com, really cool site, but she did not have a call to action in it. So, but that was still cool that she had that. I did see something on LinkedIn though that caught my eyes. She had 7 years human resources experience and 11 years of project management experience, none of which I saw mentioned on her website. As well as she had a couple of fancy certifications in project management. So I thought all those were cool. So I saw those as areas that she could build in, areas that lend her credibility should she choose to become an executive, or I mean, should she choose to coach executives or management professionals, right? They always need project management. Also new managers, right? They deal with human resources issues all the time, but they don't know how to deal with them. So I thought that she had a couple of strengths there that she could have used, or she could use to coach executives or management professionals. Now, don't let any of this blabber make you think that you need to have some fancy certifications to be a successful coach. No, it's not necessary to have all that fancy experience or fancy certifications, but if you do have them, they can be great assets to help you attract clients. Next, I took a peek at her website and I really liked what I saw. It was really nice, clean, professional looking. However, I did not see any lead generation mechanisms built in, nor compelling calls to action. And that's crucial. Everything, and I mean everything that you need, everything that you have, needs to be a lead generation tool. Your business card, on the back of it, should have a call to action. Should say, download your free 7 steps to finding your purpose, or your free 7-day e-course on how to double your productivity, or whatever your niche is, whatever you can help with your clients with. Have a freebie offer on the back of your business card. And yeah, if anyone needs a sample and an article with step-by-step instructions, let me know. I can send you that link. So yeah, your email signature, your blog posts, your YouTube videos, everything you do should reel in your ideal clients into your world, should have a call to action and send them to a specific page where they can share their email address and name with you, because that's how you get in touch with your ideal clients. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Everything you do needs to be a lead generation tool. And if you are new to the term lead generation, it simply means your activities, your efforts to attract potential clients into your world, ideally in the form of building a list of potential clients so you can easily stay in touch with them and develop a professional relationships. But we'll talk more about this in video number 3, which is exclusively dedicated to that topic of generating leads or attracting your ideal clients into your world. And not only to see your offers right on your website, but to stick around and raise their hands and let you know that they want more, and they express that by signing up for your e-course that you're offering, or a checklist, or an assessment. But again, we'll talk in detail in video 3 about that. So back to Lisa. So yeah, the headline of her website was nice. I liked it. I mean, I liked it visually, but that's the most important element of your website. It is the part of your website that tells your client or your potential client whether they arrive to the right website or not, right? And most people who come to me, they do not have a headline, like zero, nothing. And in Lisa's case, that's not a headline, that's just the name of her coaching focus. But as soon as I saw it, I liked the look and the feel of it, the fonts and all that. So I visualize it right away as a good headline potentially. Now she had a slider going on. It was moving every, I don't know, second or 2 seconds. It was moving to another image, but the images didn't have any messages. And so I saw that as a wasted, valuable space that could have been used way wiser. I'm not against sliders. Actually, I absolutely love sliders, but you need to use them wisely. Now, with a little tweak, she could have utilized that space as a call to action, right? She could have added on the bottom of the image, like click here to download your free purposeful living assessment, for example, right? And then each time it moves to another slide, it could give a different call to action. Like, for example, in one of them could say that click here to explore the possibility to get coached with Lisa. Now that's really long, so actually it doesn't matter if it's long, because part of it you can make it larger fonts, and part of it you can make them smaller fonts. And if the slider settings allows you, then make it in a way that when the person keeps their mouse on the slider, it doesn't move. Don't worry about the technical stuff, and if you don't have a slider, you don't need it. You can just use one image or don't use image. I used to believe that an image on the home page was crucial. I still believe it's important, but I think that the headline and the subheadline are the most important. Even if you don't have an image, but the headline talks to me, if it talks to the ideal client, they will stick around. If your headline says, are you a frustrated manager who's going nuts because can't delegate properly, you feel unproductive and stressed, feel overwhelmed, hey, that stressed, overwhelmed manager will stick around and keep on reading. Now the headline kept that person reading. The subheadline should force, quote unquote, force the person to keep on reading. So every piece should be built in a way that it further engages your site visitor. All right, back to Lisa's website. She did have some really nice bullet points, but they didn't really engage anyone in particular. Yes, we all want to wake up to life and want to live it fully. Waking up to the life you want to live. Yeah, we all want to all want that. So yeah, they are nice bullet points, but you know, I don't know if it's something that people would want to spend $500 or $1,000 a month to get help with. Usually people will just buy a book on that topic, and some people will hire you for those bullet points. It's just way harder to find those people. While I did like that she had a call to action, unfortunately it only allowed our coach to connect with brave hearts who were ready for a free session, right? So lots of new coaches, they have a apply for a coaching. Actually, they don't even have apply. I like it that she had an apply for a free session, and this one led to a short survey, which wasn't as good as could have been, but you will get more clients when they apply for a coaching session instead of having well, actually, yeah, that's for a free coaching session. In my head I was thinking about the actual coaching. So when people apply for coaching, you will get more clients than if you just have a button that say click here to sign up for coaching. In 5 years one person will click on that. But apply for coaching, yeah, people, you know, when they see that there's an application process, they will sign up for that. I like that she had an application for the free coaching session, because for the first year or so she gave away so many free coaching sessions that she got fed up. So finally she put in an application. So she asked some questions there that you know, she knew that if the person filled it out, then they were pretty serious about coaching, and that's how she got some of her clients through this application process. So what I would have liked to see there, and what I suggest to you, is give away a free download or an e-course. And I like e-courses because you want to keep your potential client engaged, so an e-course will do that. So you give that away in exchange for the website's visitors' contact info. So that's always a smarter way to go. So for example, it could have been, for Lisa, it could have been 7 steps to finding and living your purpose. Enter your email and name to get started, and then you have the button, and instead of the button saying subscribe, put there something, you know, like, yes, I'm ready to get started. Or if you have a stress management giveaway, let's say 7 steps to stress-free living, then it would be, yes, I want to be stress-free, or yes, I want to eliminate stress, right? Now another wasted opportunity to engage her potential client I saw right there, where you see how coaching works. Instead of explaining the tool, right, which is coaching, give the site visitor another reason to stay on your website. So for example, she could have had like, do you feel lost? Feel like life is passing you by? Discover the joy of feeling vibrant and passionate about life. So whoever you're focusing on, put there something that engages them. Don't have, you know, like, what is life coaching, and I'm a certified Ikebana professional and certified coach and NLP. You can have all of those, not the Ikebana, but you can have all your certification on your about page, but have the home page about your client. It's all about your client's needs. If they don't see that their needs are addressed on your home page in the first few seconds, they navigate away. Literally, people take a peek at your website 1 second or 2 seconds and they navigate away. So give them a reason to stay. Now, after hearing Lisa's story and doing my little digging online, I was excited to offer my help and get her unstuck from her seemingly dead-end client attraction efforts. Now, I also kept in mind how much she already spent on a coach, which really led her into a dead-end situation. I offered her a deal that she couldn't refuse, and combined that deal, you guessed it, with a 90 days conditional money-back guarantee. So yeah, it's up to you if you provide a conditional or unconditional guarantee. The conditional money-back guarantee sounds better because you tell the client that if you implement what we discuss and what you commit to during the coaching sessions, and if you don't get the results you expected, you can request 100% of your money back. So if you tell me that, in my mind, what I hear is that, so if I do what we set to do, I will get the results. If I don't get the results, I can ask for my money back. That's a win-win. That's a win-win. I know that my process works, so I offer that money-back guarantee with no hesitation. And if the client does what they set to do, then they will see results. And if they just use me as an entertainment, then it's not my fault. They have to implement it. So now I offer a conditional money-back guarantee to coaching clients. To members of my Client Attraction Academy, I offer unconditional money back. 45 days, meaning that you can stick in there for 6 weeks, and if you don't start seeing results, whether you were lazy or never even tried, you just let me know and I send you a refund. Alright, so before the session with Lisa, she had to fill out a diagnostic tool to identify her strengths and her areas needing growth. This thorough 6-part assessment helped her see the big picture. The assessment lists all the puzzle pieces of a successful coaching business and allowed her to see at what degree she had each of these business success puzzle pieces in place, as well as how many of them she lacked completely. The assessment also served as a tool to help her prioritize her business growth and marketing efforts. After she completed the assessment, she initially signed up for my Client Attraction Academy training and group coaching sessions. And in between sessions, she avidly devoured all the training videos that the My Client Attraction Academy e-course was recommending her. You see, when you sign up for the My Client Attraction Academy program or membership site, you are getting an email course, an e-course, telling you step by step how to build your business. And I always suggest to people, just focus on those lessons, because yes, you can get into the members area and there is like 150 hours of video training in there and resources, so you can get lost and get overwhelmed. So I always say just follow the video tutorials that come to you, and when you go in the first part, when you go into the members area, like you see here on the left, video number 1, video number 2, these are actually in gray for you. You will have only video number 1, and about 3 days later video number 2 will appear, and then video number 3. Actually, all of those videos are within the members area also, but this is set up for you that you can implement it step by step. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know about that in case you're interested. Okay, but Lisa was impatient and wanted more help, so she hired me for one-on-one coaching with 2 meetings per week. So not even the regular weekly meetings. She wanted 2 meetings per week. So that was pretty cool. I do like to work more closely with clients, so I loved that. Now, during our initial conversations, and especially with the help of the diagnostic tool, I got a clear idea of where she was, what her needs were, and what we needed to work on first. Her diagnostic tool clearly showed us instantly several areas that she needed to adjust. So based on what I saw, I suggested to her that even before she'd consider any type of marketing or client attraction activity, she'd benefit from spending some time on her foundation elements. And I suggest that to anybody listening. Without a strong, powerful foundation elements in place, it will be really, really hard to get clients for your coaching business. So make sure that you watch the first video, and then the video number 2 and video number 3. Those are all your foundation elements. So we found that yes, Lisa did have a vague vision for the direction of her coaching business, but that vision statement was not clear enough to give her coaching a focused direction that could be easily monetized. She did not have a clear understanding of her ideal client either. Except that, yeah, it could have been anyone on the planet, right, who want to get coached. And it's hard to get clients when you see everybody as your prospect, as your potential client. Now, Lisa didn't have a good description of her coaching services in a way that it was engaging to her ideal client instantly. She did have a description of her services, but it was very wide. It applied to anyone. It applied to those people who just rather buy a book from Amazon than spend $500 on coaching. Now, she did have an elevator pitch, of course, as most of us do, right away from the beginning, and a beautiful one at that too. But the elevator pitch was same like her vision statement, and the description of her services was way too abstract and meaningless to most people. I know that sounds a little bit cold, but unfortunately most coaches' elevator pitch is wishy-washy. Beautiful, but it does not elicit an emotion of, oh, I really want to talk to you, I think I must hire you, or at least, the person wanting to find out more. Lisa's elevator pitch was something along the line of, I help my clients elicit greatness within and empower them to live fully a purposeful and audacious life. It's not a bad elevator pitch. Actually, I liked it. It was beautiful. It could even pass for a fairly good vision statement. Elicit greatness within and empower to live fully a purposeful and audacious life. I like it. Absolutely beautiful. And many of you have similar beautiful elevator pitches. But those who hear these beautiful elevator pitches don't push each other to hire you, right? And actually what I found was that many life coaches have these amazingly beautiful elevator pitches, but they are so out there, so abstract. So now even with those elevator pitches, if you're doing a good job positioning yourself in a certain market or in front of a certain target market, let's say the wealthy, right, then you will still get clients. But for most coaches, it's pretty hard to get clients with abstract, quote-unquote, out there type of elevator pitches. And talking about beautiful elevator pitches, let's take a short little detour here, because I think this is really important. Many of us in our coaching training learn that we can help anyone with any problem. We also learn that the client has the answers. We just provide the process, the support to help the client dig out those answers from within, and we hold the client accountable to implement the answers that they came up with. And we also learn to be non-judgmental. We all have different journeys. Don't try to force your views or approach or your beliefs on the client. Let the client walk his or her own path. Now, there are two main types of coaches. One is the pure accountability coach, and the second one is the supportive, quote-unquote, expert coach. The accountability coach can charge way less, as it's not seen as someone with deep knowledge or an authority in the area she or he coaches in. The accountability coach operates purely under the premise that the client has all the answers, and her job is to hold the client accountable to what he or she says she'll do. It's an absolutely great type of coaching, except, especially if you don't have a niche or don't target a specific target market, it's really hard to find these clients, and they pay less when you find them. So, just think about this a little bit. It's hard to find them, and they pay less. Now, the supportive expert coach, on the other hand, and expert is in quotation marks. You don't really have to be an expert, but you will be viewed as an expert after you implement what you will learn in the next video, in video number 2. The supportive expert coach can charge double or often triple or way more than the accountability coach. They can also find clients much easier as they know where the client hangs out and are viewed as an expert or the go-to guy in their niche. So just do the math, right? What do you want? Do you want to be just an accountability coach for whom it's hard to find clients, or do you want to be seen as the go-to guy, quote unquote, who finds clients easier? So something to think about. And what I mean about being this expert coach or the go-to guy in your niche, I mean that you will be viewed as someone with deep knowledge in your area of coaching. You will not say that I'm an expert, right, and that kind of stuff, but you will be viewed as someone with deep knowledge because you blog about the area of your focus, you write articles, you post these articles on LinkedIn, and of course in any other places that you can think of. Perhaps you create YouTube videos. And by the way, YouTube videos can often be responsible for attracting dozens of clients every year. One of my videos has more than 200,000 views. So if you do a search on YouTube for personality style, my videos, probably a couple of them, should come up on the top of the searches. And you see one of them is right there, and it has 228,000 views. Pretty cool, huh? And on the right side you see one of the other ones came up with 21,000 views. Now most of my videos don't have that many views. They have a few thousand. I think I have one that has 7,000 or 8,000. I have another one with 15,000 views. Most of them just have a few hundred or in the low thousands. But this video alone, this one with 228,000 views, is responsible for hundreds of book sales, probably more than 1,000 book sales. The communication skills magic book, and guess what? This is funny, but there's a big lesson in this. This is not funny that I made it out of PowerPoint. That's not the funny part. But yeah, this is 100% PowerPoint, so I never appear on the video. And it is one of my first videos that I shot, and I sound like a boring college professor, and I got a bunch of comments regarding my boring voice. So do you think you can do something like that? PowerPoint and boring and get hundreds of thousands of views? I mean, trust me, if I could do this, anyone can do this. I did not take a screenshot of that because I'm not proud of that. I have a few hundred likes and about half as many dislikes on this video. Now most of the comments are really positive, so you know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. You have to have a thick skin when you get on YouTube because people will put there some nasty stuff. So most comments in my case were really positive, and people ask questions, or they just write there that this is what I found, that this is my personality style. So that's great. But yes, I got one of the highest ranked comments was that this guy's voice is so boring, I want to whack myself. So that was the highest rated comment for a few years. So anyway, anyone can do this, and you can get some amazing results. Because of my videos, I got to do a few keynotes, I did a few workshops, I was invited to youth leadership events. So, and that's only one marketing approach. It's creating YouTube videos on a very targeted topic. Alright, by the way, everyone should have a copy of my book, Communication Skills Magic. It will help you better understand your coaching style, your clients' behavior, their hesitations, their fears, their drive. So make sure that you ask for a copy from me. You just send me a message to info@getmoreclientspro.com and mention that you would like a copy of my book, and I'll send you a PDF copy. Alright, so here's the deal. The way I'm teaching client attraction to coaching is not for everyone. I teach my clients and the members of my Client Attraction Academy how to get massive visibility online and offline, and how to become seen as the go-to person in your niche. Those who are not ready to pick a niche, they can still implement around 80% of what I share in these video courses and what I teach in my Client Attraction Academy. But the results will be way less stellar than the results of those who pick a profitable niche and a clear target market. And in the beginning, you don't have to pick a niche, but you have to pick a target market. You have to pick a group of people who can afford your services and who are hungry, who are hungry for change, or who have a major challenge, major pain that they need solution for. Fact is, most of the people who you'll meet have real problems, real challenges, or they have burning desires to accomplish something tangible, such as publishing a book, becoming a public speaker, starting a business, becoming a better manager, a better parent, right? And about 99% of these people will not pay $500 to $1,000 per month or more, right, to get help from someone who wants to elicit greatness within them, right? Like Lisa's elevator pitch was. Or someone with a beautiful elevator pitch that doesn't address their need, right? Instead, they will get the help from the coach who specializes in their type of challenge or their type of goal they seek to achieve, such as publishing coach, parenting coach, management or executive coach, productivity coach, and so on, right? And they can find those coaches easily through a Google search, or the coach finds them. Because smart coaches know how to be constantly visible in front of their clients. And guess what? When these people with real problems or real strong desires will decide to hire a coach, they will not have all the answers. In the real world, when someone pays you $500 or $1,000 a month, they will expect you to have at least some of the answers for them. Now, the good news is that in the real world, the line between pure coaching, mentoring and teaching will be at times blurred. So I told you that there are two main types of coaching, right? The accountability coach and the quote-unquote expert coach. In the real world, the lines will blur. Very few of us do purely accountability coaching, and hopefully extremely few of us do purely mentoring or teaching, right? Because that's not coaching. So even though I mentor my clients in marketing and business growth, I also coach, so I combine the two. Now, for those of you who would like to stick with being a general coach, it's possible, okay? You can be crazy successful even with an abstract, broad vision such as the one Lisa had originally. She could have stuck with that. Anthony Robbins, for example, he was and still is a coach who can help anyone with about anything. I also know a few life coaches who never specialized, yet they are crazy successful. Well, okay, not crazy successful, super successful, right? One of them, there's this guy, and he has a thicker accent than me. He is on TV. He has a weekly TV segment where he either brings in one of her success stories, a client, or he's being interviewed by the show host on different topics such as career, relationship, and so on. I mean, it's brilliant. I love it. But unfortunately, we can't all get our own TV show, right? I also know a few other coaches who published a book or two with really cool titles, and they got themselves some publicity. They got on radio shows, TV, they do workshops, seminars, keynotes, and all that. And they are super successful as general life coaches. So it is possible, and I can show you how to do that too, how to accomplish that too. But that's a longer, harder journey. Sometimes when you, I wanted to use the word lazy. Sometimes when you are lazy to do the hard work, you're choosing a harder work, a harder journey. So if you just don't want, I'm one of them. I know. I refused in the beginning. I refused to pick a niche. I refused to think about SEO when I was creating my blog posts or articles, I disregarded everything in the beginning. So I know I wanted the easy way. I just wanted to coach. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get clients and coach. I didn't want to go into all this marketing and business building mumbo jumbo. So I know, but that's a harder journey, and I can show you how to become, really successful as a general life coach as well. But again, that will be way harder for you. For starters, you'll need to somehow build a platform where you'll be seen as an expert in coaching. And yes, I know that many of us learn during our coaching training that we don't have to be experts in order to be a successful coach. But your potential client expects you to be an expert in your profession. Be an expert in applying coaching skills in a way that it produces results. And that's what successful niche-free life coaches do. They become known as experts at creating change through their coaching skills. And they accomplish this by building a platform. They either get on TV, radio, publish books. They become celebrity coaches. And not in the pure sense of celebrity, but still they have this little bit of a fame in certain groups, and that's why they are able to attract clients easier. And maybe you already have a platform where you could promote your coaching services, but you are not capitalizing on it. Maybe you work for a Fortune 500 company and you are known around the globe by past coworkers, executives, clients. Maybe you are a singing star at your church, or you are a pastor, or otherwise have access to thousands of churchgoers. Or maybe you went viral with some idea on social media and have tens of thousands of Twitter followers or Facebook fans or friends. Or maybe you have some YouTube videos like I do, but maybe you're not monetizing them. Oh, by the way, my YouTube videos are also monetized, so I'm getting a little check from YouTube every day. Not every day, every month. Not much, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. I think the most I got was 100 and a few bucks. That's also little drops in the bucket, right? So do some introspection and see if you already have access to a platform. And what group or groups of people can you reach easily? So just think about it. Now, if you currently don't have access to a platform with thousands of potential clients, attracting clients to a coaching practice with a broad niche is very hard work. No worries though. In the videos coming up in the next few weeks, you will learn about how to build a platform where you'll be seen as the go-to coach for your niche. Or if you decide to be niche free but you target a specific market, then you will be seen as the go-to coach for life coaching. So hang in there. We'll also cover strategies to help you get clients now, even if you don't have a niche yet. Is that cool or super cool? All those coming up in the next few videos, so hang in there. All right, back to Lisa. Oh, she thought I forgot about her. No, Lisa, I didn't forget about you. We're back to you. All right. So as the diagnostic assessment identified that her vision statement and her elevator pitch were kind of fuzzy, our first step was to work on her vision for her coaching business. We narrowed down who she wanted to work with and how she wanted to help them. Extremely important. And as we narrowed it down to two equally attractive potential directions, we created two vision statements for her. She loved the idea of helping professionals who were really successful on their jobs, but who had difficulties developing romantic relationships. Or she also thought about working with new or struggling managers, help them eliminate overwhelm and increase their productivity. So with this in mind, we developed two vision statements. Her first vision statement said, I will help at least 10,000 successful professionals who are unsuccessful in their relationships find the courage and the time to finally find love and start a meaningful, loving relationship. I think that's really great. I mean, just think about it. So many people are so successful in their jobs, but they are unhappy because they suck in their... Sorry, let me rephrase that. they struggle in their personal life, right? We all want love, we all want relationships. So I thought this was a pretty cool niche. And don't let that 10,000 number bug you. It's your vision statement. Make it as big as you can. And if you publish a book, if you have YouTube videos out there, you can actually reach hundreds of thousands. So I reached millions of people with my messages, with my book, with my videos, with my articles. So don't limit yourself. Her other mission statement read, I will help at least 500 new managers eliminate overwhelm, reduce stress, and become the productive and successful professional they desire to be. Now you see the number was a little smaller because she thought that for her to help these managers meaningfully, they would need some more specific work done, some more hands-on help. Either get coaching or get into her membership site and go through some specific steps, so she did not feel comfortable with a bigger number. What I liked about both of these vision statements is that both cater to professionals who could easily afford my clients' fees. So that's crucial. If you promote your coaching services to financially struggling individuals, well, guess what? You will keep struggling too. Coaching is not for everyone. Keep that in mind. Coaching is not for everyone. If you want to give back to the society and coach people with limited financial means, that's admirable, but that's something you should do on the side. Your main coaching practice has to focus on promoting your services to those who can afford it. Now, at the time we talked, Lisa's fees started at $850 a month, and she required a 3-month commitment and requested to get paid in advance for those 3 months. At this point, both niches seemed equally attractive. So as a step 2 for Lisa, now that we had the 2 vision statements, we looked at another crucial requirement of a successful niche. Can easily find where your ideal clients hang out. Crucial. And when we looked at this criteria, we decided that it'd be pretty hard to find the hangout places of successful professionals who feel miserable in their personal lives. And in order to reach this target market, we'd have to cast out our marketing net way too widely. We would have to become visible in front of all types of professionals, some of which would have seen her messages as irrelevant, perhaps even annoying. And that's not a major problem. But yeah, I don't like to be seen as annoying and irrelevant, and I am seen sometimes, and that's fine. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. But yeah, we didn't feel like we could get in front of her ideal clients easily, or at least not easily as for the other niche, because it's not like there are associations or groups where only professionals hang out, right? So but we thought that it was really easy to find new managers and frustrated managers, and they really needed help dealing with their challenges, or else they can lose their jobs and create major losses for their companies. Also, unlike lonely professionals who can go for years feeling lonely and miserable and don't do much about it, new or frustrated managers had to take action now. And since she had an HR experience and worked as a project manager for more than 10 years in her previous career, she felt really comfortable helping others with productivity-related challenges. So bingo, right? This seemed like a perfect niche for her. And she also had the credibility through her past experiences, another great plus. So this was a potential niche that seemed pretty obvious to me as soon as I saw her LinkedIn profile, but at first she really didn't want to go in this direction. And I too can relate to that. If you asked me in 2003 or beginning of 2004 if I'd ever consider becoming a relationship coach, I would have said no, 0 chance. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would have given it a -10 probably. Even though I read hundreds of books on relationships, communication, and psychology, even though this was a clear passion of mine, I never considered it as a niche. Fact is, we all have strengths that others can benefit from. Some of our strengths developed as a result of our career-related experiences, others developed as a result of life experiences or a passion we pursued. I found that coaches who build their businesses on their strengths, passions, or experiences are the ones who are most likely to succeed. So at this point, both Lisa and I were happy about the direction she chose. And this was Lisa's aha moment, actually, her turning point, when it became clear to her that what she has been seeking was actually all along right there in front of her. Now, this was a potential niche that seemed pretty obvious to me as soon as I saw her LinkedIn profile. But as a business coach, I have to be really careful not to push the client in a certain direction, but let them discover the direction. And if you are considering embracing the beautiful niche of business coaching or marketing coaching, keep that in mind. This is pretty important. You should help your client narrow down their niche, but this is where you have to be 100% coaching and let the client come up with the answer. After all, if you encourage the client to go after a certain niche and they don't succeed, even if it's not your fault, maybe the client didn't take action, or they didn't take action the right way. If they don't succeed, they might still say that it was you who pushed them in that direction and they failed because of your suggestion. So that's why this is the time when you have to be coaching and let the client come up with their answer. Now, if they come up with the answer to coach homeless people, this is when you say, no, I don't think that's monetizable. Or you ask questions again, how would you monetize that? So you will steer them away from niches that might not be monetizable. Next, in step 3, with the niche narrowed down, we now took the vision statement and massaged it into a short elevator pitch. One that she could use during her networking efforts or anytime someone asked her the question, what do you do? Remember, her vision statement was, I will help at least 500 new managers eliminate overwhelm, reduce stress, and become the productive and successful professional they desire to be. We massaged it into an elevator pitch that sounded, I work with newly promoted managers who feel overwhelmed and unproductive, helping them become the confident, successful professional they know they can be. Pretty good, right? And that was almost verbatim the vision statement. We just tweaked it a little bit. And with some clients, sometimes you just take really the vision statement and it turns into an elevator pitch. Or sometimes some clients have the elevator pitch and we can just turn it into a vision statement. It goes either way, but it's important to have both of them. Next, step 4, right? We tweaked that vision statement into a headline for her website. Are you a new manager who is overwhelmed by the demands of the new position? Short, powerful, and to the point, and it identifies her ideal client, the new manager who is overwhelmed. Next, we developed a subheadline to support the headline. Discover proven strategies that will help you eliminate the overwhelm, double your productivity, delegate more effectively, and become seen as the leader you were born to be. Again, it forces, quote-unquote forces, or encourages, it engages the website visitor, if he or she is your ideal client, to keep reading on. The headline captured their attention, the subheadline engages them further, and then they want to explore more. In step 6, finally, with all that hard work behind us, we were ready to create an opt-in offer, a freebie that attract prospects to raise their hands and say, yes, I want your help. So we tweaked our previous statements into an irresistible offer for our ideal client. Something to download, right? A free download. 7 steps to eliminating overwhelm and doubling your productivity, e-course. So since finally Lisa understood that the primary purpose of her website is to generate leads, and in order to deliver her freebie offer, the 7 steps e-course, in exchange for the website visitor, the new manager's email address and name, we signed up for an autoresponder service. In our case, aweber.com, which I highly recommend. Don't sign up for it yet if you are not ready for it, because it has a monthly fee. Not much, it's about $19, I believe, but that's one of the best one out there. And just as a side note, do not sign up for Constant Contact. It allows you to create beautiful newsletters, but you have to send them out manually each time. With Aweber and many other autoresponders, you can schedule them. With Constant Contact, they cannot sign up for the 7-part e-course. They can, but you have to send it out to everybody manually, which you cannot. That's impossible, because then you would have to send it out individually to every person. So no Constant Contact. Alright, so we set up a 7-day autoresponder sequence that be automatically sent out to anyone who'd enter their name and email on her website, and we added the code to her website for the 7-part e-course. It sounds technical and perhaps difficult for some, but it's really easy, and I have step-by-step tutorials to show you how to add the code if you have a WordPress based site, which I highly recommend. If you don't have a website yet, don't do anything until you talk to me. It will not cost you anything to ask for advice. Make sure that you talk to me about it, because there is the WordPress.com and the WordPress.org, and there are many hosting companies, and it can get difficult and expensive if you pick the wrong one. So talk to me if you have not built your website yet. Now for Lisa, this was the initial website that we came up for her. You see the clear headline on the top. Are you a new manager who is overwhelmed by the demands of the new position? Then the subheadline, all leading down to that opt-in offer, the 7 steps to eliminating overwhelm, free e-course. And we had a nice video created on Fiverr. I think we paid about $15 and we gave a $5 tip. It has like a music background, and it talks about the new manager's challenges just as bullet points, and a few ways how a coach can help. And then we had a call to action to sign up for her 7-part e-course at the end of the video, which is crucial. Everything you do needs to be a lead generation tool. So I know I mentioned that before, but it's worth saying it again and again and again, because that's everything you do should pull in, should attract. You should be like a magnet, attract leads, attract potential clients into your world. Again, ideally straight into this to this page, so they sign up for your free e-course or other offers that you might have. On many of my websites I have 2 or 3 offers. So but yeah, in the beginning it's good if you have one. So now that we had all the basics in place, most of the foundation elements we created, right? We had the vision statement, a great one. We created, based on the vision statement, a great elevator pitch. Then we created a great headline and subheadline for the website. Then we created the wonderful free e-course opt-in offer, or the freebie, to help her generate leads. We were ready to move on to stage 2 and start putting in place the next element, the credibility and trust building elements. And with next video, we'll start building your image as a credible and trusted professional, so the world starts seeing you as a professional coach who anyone will hire with confidence. And when I say anyone, I mean anyone within your niche. It's not enough to be a skilled coach who can help transform lives. You need to be seen as one. You need to make it easy for your potential clients to see you as someone with the key to their needs. And you can put in place certain elements that will propel your name in front of your ideal clients in a way that it will be the clients who come to you, and you do not have to chase them any longer. And we'll talk about that in detail in the next video. Now, meanwhile, if you have any questions about anything that we talked about in this video or in the previous video, just post them below on this page. And if you think some of your friends or colleagues could benefit from this info, feel free to share this on your favorite social media or email the link to your friends. Alright, that's it for today. See you in the next video.